Hey there, welcome back friends. Today we will try to build one application which would be loosely based on MVC. So let's get started. Now friends, before we start to code, let us quickly check the web.xml file. If I open this file using text editor, then definitely we can see the list of a welcome file. Now what are these welcome files? These files are default files, and these files will get executed if we directly run our application, or in other words, if we visit our base URL. Now definitely there is a huge list, and we can also add custom entries, or for example we can modify one of the entry. It's up to you. Alright, now let's highlight this web content folder, and we would be creating a file, and the name which we will give is this index.jsp. So I will show you the impact of this file in a minute. Here we go, and the name would be index.jsp. We will click on finish. Here we go, and we will give the title as home, and in here inside the body we will type in its home page. Alright, and now we won't be executing this JSP file. Rather, we will directly highlight the project. We will right click and run this application on the server, and you would be able to see that our index.jsp file will get executed. Here we go. So this is cool, and you can also easily make out that our home page got loaded properly without executing index.jsp file by checking out this URL. Alright, now in order to build this small little application, we would require a couple of more JSP file. So let us create those. So the first file would be, for example, login.jsp. Let us add the title as login. Body would be login again. Very simple page though. We will add yet another file. The name would be, for example, signup.jsp. Again, the title would be signup. And inside the body we will display the text sign up again. And finally, let us also add yet another JSP file, which would be like about.jsp. Title would be about, and in the body we will say it's studyeasy.org. Alright, so this looks good, and in fact let us add yet another file, and it would be notfound.jsp. Title would be not found, and in the body we will say there is some issue with the URL. Cool, right? Now friends, we have created these JSP file, which is cool. Now moving forward, in order to handle these JSP file, we would be creating a servlet. So let's do that. So I will traverse this Java resources folder by highlighting this src folder. Let us create a new servlet. Here we go, and the package would be org.studyeasy.servlet, and the name of the class would be controller. Here we go. Now let me expand this. Now friends, whenever we for example navigate through our web application or click on a link, the request would be served by this doGet method. In fact, we can also get rid of this doPost method. It won't have any impact. Alright, let me format things a little. And now moving forward, let us also get rid of these two statements which are there. Alright, now we would be creating a string variable by the name of param maybe, and we will get the parameter by the name of page. So we will type in request dot get parameter, and the name of the parameter would be page. Alright, and now let us add in a condition. So we will say if param dot equals maybe login, and in this case we will forward the request to login.jsp. and the way is very simple. First of all, we will type in get servlet context, and using this context, getting this context is important. Using this context we will request what? Let me show you. Get request dispatcher, and we will dispatch this request. We will forward this request to what? To login.jsp, and we need to also forward the request and response object. So let us also do that. So in here we will pass on request and response. Here we go. Alright, so this seems to be good enough, and now let us also generate these URL mapping in order to get these things working. Now, as of now, this could be a little confusing what exactly is a param or how this will work, but some things we have already seen. How to forward things and how we can read the parameter is something which we already know. Alright, so now moving forward, let us quickly try to understand the URL which will satisfy this if condition. In order to understand this, first of all, let us execute this controller.java file, and here is the URL for the controller. And if we check the controller in here, what we are saying that if there is a parameter by the name of page and the value of the parameter is login, in that case only this if condition would be satisfied. So let us do that. So in here what we will do is we will type in question mark page equals login and we will hit enter. And as soon as we do this, there is some kind of error. Let me check. Alright, we have forgot to add the slash. Alright, so we need to provide the path of the file, and it is directly available inside the web content folder. As a result, the path is /login.jsp. Alright, so this is cool. And now if I refresh this page, the context is reloading, and here we go. So now we are able to load this login page and take a note of this URL. Definitely the controller is controlling the flow and we are loading the page, which is cool. Now friends, what we will do is we will generate these links. We will create these links directly inside our index page so that the navigation could be easy for the user. So let us do that. Alright, so in here, first of all, let us add a reference, ahref, and as of now, we won't be like adding a text in here for href. We will simply give the name as login. Alright, now friends, when it comes to creating this hyperlink, the hyperlink will consist of firstly the base URL, or in other words the URL of your application, and then definitely we have the sublet name, then question mark, and then the get parameter. Now in order to get this particular path, this path of your application, we have something. Let me show you. So in here, first of all, we need to make use of what? Expression element. So let us use that, and using this expression element we will request the context path. So the way is very simple. We will request context path. Let me show you. Here we go. So once we get the context path, we will add a slash, then we will type in the name of the servlet, which is controller, then question mark, and then page equals to login. Alright, and now finally let us try to execute this page. Here is the output, and I guess there is a small little f in here. Let me see. Alright, let me fix this. Alright, so in here let me refresh this page, and if I click on this login, then what would be the outcome? Here we go. Fantastic. So definitely our link is working properly, and now moving forward, let us add couple of more links real quick. Alright, so here are the links. Let me quickly run this once again, and here are the links. Alright, so as of now, if we for example navigate to other links, there won't be any impact. It would be like blank page, but if we navigate to login, then the servlet is handling it properly. Alright, so now let us also like forward the request to sign up and about page real quick. So in here I will type in else, and let me copy this part real quick, and we will reuse it real quick. And the second is sign up, so it would be like sign up. Name of the file is signup.jsp. Here we go, and we will do the same, and this time the name is about, the file name is about.jsp. And finally let us also add in a else part in here, and this time around we will simply copy this line of code and we will load up not found.jsp. Alright, and now if I click on login, the login file got loaded. If I click on sign up, the sign up page got loaded. If I click on about, the about page got loaded. And if I pass on some weird value for example page, then it will say there is some issue with the URL. Perfect. So our application is working perfectly. Alright, so this was a very simple basic application based on MVC where the controller is handling the request. Now definitely there is no model, we are not interacting with the database, and the database connectivity is something which we will check in the course later down the line. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.